another video. This is so annoying. This takes 15 clicks to get to something. Google Drive is easy, I promise you. If you just start clicking around and using it, you will figure it out. It is very easy. It's a smart program. It helps you do things. I promise you it's nice. It's easy to use. The other thing I love about it, it's free. So you don't have to pay for this. If you make a free Gmail account, you have Google Drive. Google also does Google for Business. So my email has my brokerage's name in it. And again, it's through Google though. So if you don't have one, you can make a free Gmail account and you can start using Google Drive today. So who doesn't love free? So this right here is just a picture of us getting excited because we're about to get our lives back a little more. So this right here, we're going to go over Google Documents. So I have used Google Documents in certain ways to help me get my life back. We're just going to touch on a little things that Google can do for you today, but believe me, it can do so much more. So this right here is my offer acceptance letter. And basically what this is if I'm working with a buyer and there's an offer that's accepted, in the state of Michigan anyhow, we have a couple steps right after, which is making sure we have the earnest money deposit, scheduling the home inspection, and making their loan application if this is with a mortgage. We are constantly repeating. I'm sure if you think of every time you get a pending with a buyer, how many times are you texting, calling, or emailing them the same steps all the time? How many times are they asking you for a referral for an inspector, things like this? So what I did was I took the time to type up something that in my opinion hit every type of question they could have. It's a living document, meaning I can go in and edit it at any time. That's the great thing about Google Drive, and it will automatically edit. So this just lets people know here after your offer is accepted, and it talks about the deposit money. It tells them it has to come from a bank account. It has to be like this. If it's bank owned, talk to me first. Tell them where to take it, how to deposit it. I'm no longer chasing down good faith deposits or anything like that. They're coming right to me or the title company, which is awesome. Also lets them know home inspectors. Of course, all the home inspectors on my list are strategic partners of Women's Council. And that way they can actually schedule their inspection themselves. Because of what's in this letter, it also lets them know if they need to get a pest inspection or a water test or anything like that based on their mortgage type. They're finding out how much it is. It's taking me out of the equation, yet I'm still providing them with full service, which is what I like to do. It is so great to me to get a pending and 2 days later have my client text me, hey, my inspections with so-and-so on this time and date. Because they've already done a lot of the work for me. From there, I'm just scheduling, which is pretty awesome. After that, it talks to them about making their loan application. And then I do have in here also some survey companies and homeowner insurance companies. The reason is throughout the process, people oftentimes will ask, you know, I need to get another insurance quote. This is high or this or that. And so that way they already have all this information. Same with if they need a survey. I'm not repeating myself. Now, the best part about this letter is I do use it in print in my buyer folders as far as when I meet new clients. However, people lose folders, this and that. Because this is in Google Drive, I can be at a stoplight, my client can get a pen, well, let's not say a stoplight because we want to be safe and smart here at Women's Council. I can be on the beach, I can get a pending, and I can say to my client via text or phone, this is so awesome, congratulations, I'm going to send you the next steps right now. I can hit 2 buttons on my phone and bam, I sent them this. So this is why I love Google Drive. No more running around, no more repeating yourself, nothing like that. So this right here would be an example of how you can use this for Women's Council. So this right here is just a dates to remember. You know, that's typed up little thing that tells you about the dates and such. Well, the best part about Google Drive is you can publish to the internet. So what that basically means is if you go in at any time and change the document on Google Drive, it will automatically change where the link is as well. So no longer do you have the days of attaching PDFs and then if goodness sakes you have to change your schedule, you're trying to change it and then resend it to anyone and everyone who already saw it prior, because you can change it immediately. So this helped us for our local network quite a lot because, you know, COVID happened and no one expected that or anticipated that. So we were able to go in immediately and put postponed on some of our large events. So this right here is this, and this to me is one of the best parts of it. So we had made that calendar, as I said, and it can update live. It can be shared with anyone on the board if anyone wants to get into it. And what we did is we made what's called a pinned post. Now I'm sure most of you know what that is, but if you don't, a pinned post is basically just a post that's always at the top of your Facebook page. So right here at the top of ours, it's always pinned. Right here, here are your 2020 dates. Please mark your schedule. And then you can click there and it takes them to the dates. So the awesome thing is if you are changing anything at any time, as long as you change it in this one document, it automatically changes everywhere. The other great thing is you can use this link in emails for people as opposed to an attachment, and it will auto update, and that's what we love. So now we're able to actually enjoy some wine because we're saving some time, which is good. If you don't like red, we have some white as well. So now we're going to talk about Google Sheets. Google Sheets is basically like Microsoft Excel. Just so you know, you don't have to use it for numbers either. It doesn't have to involve math or anything. It's just a nice way to have a spreadsheet with lines in to make your life more organized and easier. So this is just an example of a preferred provider sheet. This is an internal document that we use here in my office that just has tons of different companies and places you would refer your clients to. As we know, we're the professionals, so we're the ones constantly asked, who should I have do this? What do I need for this? I have mold, I need a contractor. And we're constantly telling them who to use because they're gonna come to us, we're their trusted confidant. This right here is great. It's shared with the office, so that way all of us can edit it if needed. And I always joke it's hard to get on a list and really easy to get off. You have to be very trustworthy to get on it. The nice thing is, if I'm anywhere at any time, even on my couch at 9 at night, and one of my clients texts me and says, Beth, I need a contractor to do this. No longer am I looking up their number, sharing the contact, this and that. I can just go right on my phone to Google Drive, go here, hit a couple buttons, and bam, I sent them the list. Oftentimes clients will ask for more than one referral. Again, I just send them the list. It's super easy, it saves me time instead of constantly repeating myself through every transaction and saying, use this person, use this person, use this person. I just took the time to type it up once so then I won't have to do it again. Another way to use Google Drive as far as the spreadsheets here would be to collaborate. Collaborate is what I mean by multiple people using it at once. So this right here is just a very small version of some of my 2020 team goals for myself and two of my admin. The reason I like this is you can see all these initials in there, and that would be for Anna or Brian. At any point, I can go in here and I can see, okay, they have done that, this person did this person did this. I'm no longer chasing around my staff saying things like, did you guys do this? Is this done? Where are we at with this project? I can just click on this at any time where I'm at, and they update it and let me know if they did it or not. So to me, it's a really fabulous way of communication that's really simple and easy, and it saves time. Like I said, I used to be a hot mess, running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I wanted to solve that problem. And every time you're able to make the communication clear and easy, you get more time back in your life. I also highlighted these because I told them, guys, I want you to get on the highlighted stuff. So this right here would be my favorite sheet ever. This is a Women's Council specific sheet. So a few years ago, when I was on the local board, we started a strategic partner spreadsheet. So when we have a strategic partner, there's a lot of different steps that we like to do. We like to make sure to send them a thank you card. We make sure to post them on the Facebook page, the national website, do a video with them. Are they on a payment plan or not? Have they paid? You know, everything like that. Well, it was kind of messy. People would check in all the time. Are you sure you gave this person this? Did we send them a thank you card? I don't know if this person's on Facebook. What's going on? How come this person's not on the national website? So we made this. This is shared with all of the board and then anyone that's helping with membership or strategic partnership. So all of those people have the ability to edit this. And the great thing is here, we have the list of the strategic partners. From there, it shows their level, the amount that they're sponsoring. Has it been posted on the website? Has it been posted on Facebook? Did we do the video question and answer? What date were they effective? Now that is super helpful. As you know, every year there's people in new positions. And this way, when someone comes in new to help take this over, they know if a certain strategic partner is good till June, or if they really do expire in January like others. So that was a very helpful thing for us. Have we sent the thank you card and their receipt? Were they on any type of discount program? It tells if they're on a payment plan. Did they get their table at one of our events? Did we send them tickets? We also have in there all their contact information, email, phone number, contact person, and it's very, very helpful to us. The nice thing about this is any and all of us at any time can go in this, do any of the duties of it, and it's immediately shared with everyone else on the board at once. So no longer would someone say, do we know if this person's on Facebook? Do we know this? Anyone can click and see this. And again, you don't have to be on a computer. You can do this from your phone. It's completely free, and I promise you it's very easy. We also made a second page here, and this is where we took everyone's logo that was our strategic partners, and we just put it in on the sheet. That way we had their logo right away if we needed it for Facebook, or if we needed it to update the national website or anything like that. This tool has saved us a lot of time, and in my opinion, it allows us to provide better service to our strategic partners as well, because let's face it, we're only human. We want to make sure they all get the same benefits that they signed up for, and this way we don't miss anything. So I am a huge fan of the strategic partner spreadsheet. It has made my life a lot easier. So this right here is, now we're getting to be on the beach. So we had our wine, we had our high fives. Now we're starting to finally have some time in our life for the beach because we're making some good positive changes. So now we're going to talk about a couple other things that are in the G Suite. We're going to talk about folders and photos. Now, Google Photos can do a multitude of things, but we're just going to touch on it in a small way. The other day, my 15-year-old came to me and said she needed me to sign her up for more storage on her phone because her pictures are getting full and I got to pay for iCloud and this and that. I said, nope, download Google Photos on your phone. As simple as that sounds, if you download Google Photos on your phone, every time there is an internet connection, it will automatically save all of your photos for you, and it will save them in the cloud. And the cloud means you can go look at your photos on your computer as well. Things like that blow my father's mind. He cannot believe he does not need to plug a cord into the computer and his phone to do that. I mean, it's whoosh. So the awesome thing is all your photos are saved. No longer are you worrying about if your iCloud or what type of phone you have is updating. No longer are you paying for any type of storage whatsoever. You automatically have all of them. You can also use it for a multitude of tools. You can search by face. So if you are looking for a specific photo, you can search by years. You can even search for pets. You can use these to make cute posts for people. It'll auto do videos for you. You can do it. It'll show you your memories like Facebook, things like that. It is super easy to use. It lets you edit all kinds of things, and it is free. And even if you solely use it for the purpose of, oh my gosh, I never have to worry about losing a photo on any of my phones again, do it. It's nice and free and easy to use. Now we're going to talk a little bit about folders. So right now, you should see a big bunch of folders in my Google Drive. I have a ton. Now, this is when you start to get a little more organized to the extreme. You can have folders for anything and everything. Like I said, I don't use this just for business and Women's Council. I also use it for personal. So I have a file for my father. I have a personal folder. My personal folder has in it deeds, titles, things like that. For my father, I have it for power of attorney medical, so that way I can just hit a button and I can show it right when I'm at the doctor with him immediately. I don't have to worry about having my important paperwork with me. And that is a pretty fabulous thing. Also, we can't control fires or floods or things like that. So even if you have your important paperwork somewhere really safe and locked up, we don't know what could happen. And as long as you have that scanned or downloaded into Google Drive, you have it. And the best part is you have it at all times. I have my passport in there. I have a spreadsheet with so many different passwords and it's unreal. The good thing is wherever I'm at, I can get to it. So if it's an emergency, it's very easy and simple to use. So this is just an example of one of my many folders. This right here would be a transaction folder. And then you go in here and you can see we have pre-listing, listings, pendings, closed, this and that, mutual release. And then they go down from folders to folder to folder. So this goes closed and it'll have the year. From there, probably will have the agent's name as well. So it can get very specific, but it makes it very easy to find things. The good thing is if you're not using folders or getting all crazy with that, Google Drive is so nice and easy. You can go up here to the search bar and you can always search as well. So that does help. It's not as complicated as it sounds. It really is truly pretty user-friendly. So now as you see, we're getting a massage and rub down and having our candles because our life is getting a little better. Now we're going to talk about templates. They used to be called canned responses. This is something that you would do in your email. So you'd have to have your Gmail account set up. or your business Gmail. And remember, Gmail's free. And basically all you would do is go in here to compose, like you're sending an email. Well, like I said earlier, we're constantly repeating ourselves. We don't want to keep doing that. Once upon a time, I had to survive for a month without an assistant, and I had a lot of closings to schedule and this and that. So what I did is I composed an email for my sellers for closing, and I made it in a way so I can use it again and again and again. So it basically lets them know your closing's been scheduled, make sure to bring this with you, time, date, location. From there, lets them know if you have immediate possession, bring your keys. If not, on such and such day, I'll give the lockbox, leave them in the house. It lets them know transfer utilities on the day of possession, blah, blah, blah. Congratulations, we did it. This one time I took to write this email, I can just immediately go in my email. Once you write it, you just click on these three little circles that are down there on the right. You click templates, and then you just click save draft as template, and you name it whatever you want. And then when you want to use it, you just go in and click on the circles and you click on it. So all I have to do is go there, fill in the time, date, location, change the subject line and hit send, and bam, I just did it super fast. It didn't take me any time. I also use that as well. I have one for buyers when they are closing, because as we know, buyers are different than sellers. Just waiting for that to load. And with my buyer one, it lets them know to bring funds if they need it, what time to meet me for the final walkthrough. Again, the nice part about this is I just go compose, I hit the dots, I pull it up, I put in 3 little bits of information, put their email in, change the subject, done. I'm not sitting there writing a book on, okay, I'll meet you here and we'll do this and this is where it's at and blah, blah, blah. It's immediately done. You can use templates for anything and everything. You do not need to just use them for business. I used one for Women's Council quite a while ago, and this was a very easy, nice thing to do. So this one right here, I had basically just sent out an email to potential strategic partners and current ones, encouraging them to renew, talking about our great events. Thanks to Google Drive, when I sent this, I was able to go into the strategic partner spreadsheet, and all I had to do was highlight in the column all their emails at once. Then I could go to my email under BCC, paste them all at once. Then I already had this email ready, and I could put the link into our current schedule of events on there as well and hit send. And I just hit 30, 40 people, and it literally took me maybe 3 minutes at the most. So don't run around looking for email addresses or phone numbers or what do I do for this or all that. Just by taking the time to set this up, I assure you, you are going to get so much more of your time back. It is worth the time that you'll get to set this up. I did the majority of all of my setting up of Google Drive on my couch in my pajamas after 10 p.m. at night when my daughters were sleeping while I was eating junk food with the TV on in the background. But every little bit of anything that you do is better than nothing. And also just know, don't be overwhelmed by anything. If you are able to do just 1 or 2 little things, you are getting more time back in your life. So they always say it's better to do something 40% today than it is to say you're going to do it 100% tomorrow. So even if today you say, I'm going to make a Gmail account and I'm going to make 2 canned responses, or I'm sorry, 2 templates, that's the new name, you're winning. Even if you say, you know, I'm going to put Google Photos on my phone, I don't want to lose my pictures anymore, you're winning. Any step in the right direction is an awesome step. So don't be afraid whatsoever to try something new, and don't be overwhelmed. This is a gigantic, huge thing that you can do multiple things with, but you don't need to do everything at once. Start somewhere with something. You can use it for a lot of things. I have a spreadsheet where before I had a CRM, I would put my closings in and I would put my source in because we're smart here at Women's Council of Realtors. We want to track our return on investment. So we want to see our sources. Just by throwing that in a spreadsheet, you're able to, at the end of every year, see where most of your business came from. And that easily lets you know, should I be spending this much money on ink pens? Should I be spending this much money on Zillow? When you see that the majority of your business came from other sources. So you can use this for anything and everything. I use it for invitation lists, for personal, all kinds of great things. So anyhow, I think we have a few minutes for some questions and answers. If anyone has any questions, I really want to thank all of you for your time today. I am sincerely honored to be here. I remember when I started Women's Council 7 or 8 or 9 years ago, if somebody could have told me way back then, you're going to be presenting nationally one day, I would not have believed them at all. This organization is amazing. You have truly classed me up and helped me in more ways than you could ever know. So I thank every one of you. Let's see if I can see some questions here. I see some hands raised. Cynthia, are you still here from National? Because I can't seem to unmute anyone.
I am still here.
Oh, good. Okay, I see the hands raised. I'm just not able to locate.
Okay, I'm going to unmute Venus.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning. A lot of the chat was asking for the slides. I just didn't know if that's something you can send out to all of us, or do we actually have to send? And also, can we contact you, because I love getting help drive stuff, and this was great.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I will make sure. I'm not sure how they want to do it at National, but I will provide them with a link to the slides. So hopefully they can put it right in the handout materials, and the slides should link right to the things I went to as well. So that way you're able to access, you know, everything as far as that.
Yes, we can do that.
Awesome, thanks.
I'm going to unmute Lori.
Hi guys, Lori Westbury Kennedy here from Austin, Texas. Thank you so much, Bethany, for sharing all of this with us. Some of this stuff I use and some of it I am not as good at. The templates is something I've used since, 2014 or 13 or something, long time. Back when they were called canned responses. I still call them that. But my question for you is, on those now templates, do you know of a way to access that from my mobile device? I'm only able to do that when I get on my laptop.
If you actually download Gmail on your phone, you know how our phones already have the mail center? If you put the Gmail app, then you can actually access them under the Gmail app only. You will not be able to access it under mail. I don't know if you've noticed, but Gmail now actually does a really cool thing also where you can schedule send. So you can type an email at 10 at night and you can schedule it to email to that person at 9 a.m. And yeah. I think that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay. So I thought that I had the Gmail app. I will definitely go look for that and make sure that I've got the full app downloaded. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Are you concerned at all about security of your storage, the Google storage?
I know exactly what you're talking about, actually. I pay, which you can do this for free, I pay for my business for an unlimited amount of storage that's in a completely different drive than my public drive. So any of my business documents that would have my passwords or my client's information or anything like that whatsoever cannot be easily accessed unless you're just in the right account. So that there, I feel good about. The rest of it, because the nice thing is it allows you to control the sharing capabilities. For example, right now, if I went to any of my folders that I showed you and I clicked share and I send it to you, it actually won't even let you open it. I have to click multiple different things to get to where the link sharing is public and this and that. So it actually is automatically secure. It's up to you to unleash it to the public. So the things today that I showed you, I unleashed to the public, but they weren't before, other than the scheduled events. They were contained devices. So it is actually, and they say that it is a secure web storage. I honestly feel good about it. It would be pretty, don't get me wrong, if you went to my computer, logged into my email and got in it, you could, but hopefully nobody's doing that.
I'm thinking particularly about the photographs,
Oh, well, your pictures are still in the drive as well. They are, according to Google, I don't work there, it is a secure platform for storage. They do not sell any of your information or anything like that. So I feel like it's safe for me. I'm not a tech genius though.
Okay, thank you.
Bethany, could you share your phone number and email address on the chat, please?
Yep, I sure will. Any of you that are writing it down, I'll give you my, oh, here we go. It's coming right now.
Thank you, Bethany, for doing this session for us today. We really appreciate it. We do have another session starting at 11 a.m. You need to log out of this session and click on your daily email to attend the session with Karen Coffey, which is starting now.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Bethany.
Brokaw Group.